Good evening and welcome to the Cherry Hill West Weekly Report. I'm Scott Katz.
And I'm Allison Gratch with the news. This Friday, West will hold a pep rally for the East-West boys basketball game. An activity schedule will be followed. Also, the East-West girls basketball game will be televised here on channel U34 next Wednesday at 7:30. The French Club will be going to the opera to see Carmen at Academy of Music Friday evening, April 22nd. The cost for the bus and the ticket is $11. Theater Workshop will be holding a talent show Friday, January 28th at 7:30. The cost will be $1.50. Matt Cohen and Larry Maester will be the MCs. Congratulations to junior Amy Van Sickle, the winner of the haiku contest. Amy's poetry will now be judged at the state level. Good luck, Amy.
West Wrestling took a tough defeat Saturday, losing to Overbrook 55-3. West still trying to capture their first victory. Will try again this Saturday at home at 2 o'clock. Their opponent will be Highland. West varsity basketball team posted their 14th victory Friday night. Good foul shooting in the fourth quarter helped the Lions to a 66-60 victory over Deptford. Sam Jacobs led the Lions with 30 points. 20 of his points were in the second half. Eric Lee also contributed with 21 of his points. West is now ranked 5th by the Philadelphia Inquirer for South Jersey. West's next game is against Edgewood away. West girls basketball team had 2 tough losses over the weekend. On Friday, they lost in overtime 46-45 to Deptford. Good scoring by Joyce Moffitt with 13 points. Saturday, they lost another tough game to Camden Catholic 59-58. In another tough game, scoring was led by Joyce Moffitt with 25 points and Sue Bard contributing 13. West hopes to rebound from the 2 disappointing losses when they play Edgewood tomorrow at home. Reporter Debbie Beckett talked to 2 members of the West outstanding swimming teams.
Here with me today is Michelle Giletto and Greg Farnham, both members of the swim team at West. And Greg is one of the captains. And I just wanted to know how your team record is coming along this year.
Well, as of this time, we have a 8-4 record. We just came off a great victory, an upset over Morristown. We hadn't beaten them in the past 8 years. And it looks like all our tough meets are over for the season. That's why we lost 4 already. We should, I got 10 dual meets remaining. We should win 9 at least of them.
Okay. How is your team doing this year?
This year we have 8 wins and 2 losses, and one of our toughest meets that was scheduled against Vineland was canceled, and other than that, we should do pretty well for the rest of the season. We have 4 excellent people: Allison Maish, Amy Carner, Laura Airgood, and Karen Vile, who have been like the sole support of our team. And Mrs. Tolman, as the new assistant coach, has really been helping us out, along with Miss McNitt, the coach.
Good. How would you say your team is going to be doing in future years?
Well, the future looks pretty good. Like this year, it's hard. You could say it's sort of a rebuilding year. We lost 3 of our sprinters from last year and 1 of our distance swimmers. But we have 6 freshmen this year. That's most amount of freshmen we've had in a long time. And of all our events, with the exception of Mike King, one of the best swimmers in the area, the top swimmer in each of them is a freshman or a sophomore, which means the future definitely looks good for us.
Oh, good. Okay. Thank you very much.
The spring musical, Bye Bye Birdie, meets people who can sew and has access to a sewing machine. Please contact Mr. Delora if interested. I spoke with Donna Filan, a leading player in this year's spring musical. On March 11th, 12th, 13th, 18th, and 19th, Cherry Hill West will be proud to present the spring musical, Bye Bye Birdie. Here with me now is one of the members of the cast, Donna Filan. She plays the lead, Kim McAfee. Hi, Donna.
Hi.
Can you please tell us a little background of what Bye Bye Birdie is about?
Well, Bye Bye Birdie was
I guess in the early 60s, late 50s. And it's about a bunch of high school kids that go to school and, play around. And, a bunch of happy-go-lucky kids. And, well, they have their star, well, the girls do, Conrad Birdie, who really takes the place of like an Elvis Presley.
Well, how do you feel about being a lead? Are you really nervous?
I'm not nervous. I'm very excited. I've performed before, but this is really my big break in high school, and I'm just so excited, and I love the role.
That's great. I know practicing takes a lot out of you. What do you practice every day, and how many hours?
Well, we've only just begun rehearsals for about the past 2.5 weeks, and they haven't really gotten into a heavy schedule, but I've been here mostly every day, either singing or dancing or on stage with our director blocking us. And it seems fun now, but it is hard work, and you have to concentrate and just know what you're doing and, pay attention.
Do you think it'll be a successful show? I'm sure you'll say yeah, but what do you really think now? You think it's on a good start?
I think it's on a terrific start. All the kids are really enthused, and I know I am. And by the time March 11th comes around, this show is really going to be #1.
As a member of the cast, I definitely agree with that. I think it's going to be a terrific show. And thank you, Donna. I think it'll be well worth seeing, and I hope everybody can come on March 11th, 12th, 13th, 18th, and 19th.
Anyone wishing to play golf this season may pick up a permission form from Mr. Page in D16 before February 2nd. All girls interested in participating in West lacrosse team should see Miss Liardo in homeroom F10 or Miss Thompson in the Delaware gym. Permission forms and physicals must be in by February 14th. All boys interested in playing baseball this spring should pick up a parent permission form from Mr. Sleeth or Mr. Mello in the F wing, or Mr. Main in the Delaware gym.
West will be holding a gong show. If interested, please sign up before March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Tryouts will be held on those days. Any band interested in competing in Battle of the Bands on February 4th should contact SAO in the barn during homeroom. Cash prizes will be awarded. Seniors, if you're interested in t-shirts, you can order them now for $6. Also, you can order your mugs for $8. Contact someone from your senior government. Inflation has hit the cost of pretzels. The pretzels sold in the cafeteria after school now cost 25 cents. A discount is available on buying more than one pretzel. Scott?
Please stay tuned immediately after the junior school news so we could bring you a live presentation of the East-West wrestling match.
Thank you for watching the West Weekly Report. Please join us again next week at this time. Good night.
Good night.
Good evening, this is this January 26th East Update. Yesterday and today, the Advanced Dance and Requisites classes performed student choreographed numbers in the auditorium. Many styles of dance were illustrated. Congratulations to all the dancers for a wonderful performance. We will bring you future highlights of these performances. The speech team competition will be held on February 10th at East.
The French Club at Cherry Hill East is sponsoring the movie Les Violons du Bal. It will be shown in the Cherry Hill East Auditorium on February 1st at 7:30 p.m. Admission is free. It is open to anyone in the Cherry Hill community.
On Monday, the second of 3 annual student recitals was held. There was a wide variety of music from Bette Midler to Handel. Some of the students even performed their own original compositions. The recital was a great success. And now over to Julie Crivey, who spoke with Mr. Aaron Grossman about a new adventure in the library.
What is special about these books? They are part of the new paperback freebie book cart now in operation at the Cherry Hill East Library. I am here with Mr. Grossman, one of our librarians. Mr. Grossman, what is the freebie book cart?
The freebie book cart is a new addition to the library where students can bring books in, donate them, or take books to read and take them home. It's a voluntary program.
How did the project get started?
A lot of students were bringing paperbacks in and leaving them with us and giving them to us, and people were complaining they had too many paperbacks at home. The paperbacks were increasing to beyond their shelf space at home.
So far, what have been the students' reactions to this cart?
Terrific, really terrific. The students have been taking books and bringing books in. At the end of the day, probably this cart here may be down to 2 or 3 books. Some mornings we come in and all the books have been taken.
Is the cart a permanent addition to the library?
We hope so. We really hope so. If kids keep taking books at the rate they're taking them and bring them in, it'll be a permanent addition. It's free. They can bring and take books as many as they like.
What can students and parents do to cooperate in making this cart more successful?
Go through, gather up all the paperbacks they've read, and send them in to us so that we can put them out here for people to take.
And remember, if you have any books at home you'd like to donate, or if you'd like to adopt a book, come down to the library and make your selection. This is Julie Crivy reporting for East Update, making my donation to the freebie book cart.
East Biology Department offers a number of extracurricular activities. Julie Crivy also spoke with Mr. Stan Krantz, the Biology Department Chairman.
Our guest this week is the coach of an unusual group of intellectual athletes, the scholarly superstars of the New Jersey Science League biology team. He is Mr. Krantz, chairman of the biology department. While many students are interested in the athletic competitions between schools, a large number of students at East follow the academic competitions our students participate in. One recent competition was the first meet of the New Jersey Science League. Mr. Krantz, what is the biology department's New Jersey Science League?
The New Jersey Science League is an opportunity for East students, as well as other students from the state of New Jersey, to compete against one another for prizes, individual prizes and team prizes in the areas of an academic subject. Biology department is involved in this for the second year. This past week we went to Highland, where each student received a test of 100 questions, which they had to answer in 50 minutes, and we scored quite well. Biology 1 team for first-year biology students came in first, and the Biology 2 team also came in first.
Mr. Krantz, who were the students that competed in this competition?
The students on the Biology 1 team were David Yeo, Dina Kravitz, Amy Yermish, and Samuel Wu. And on the Biology 2 team, the students were Julie Crivy, Manjo Rentella, Joel Perlman, and Susan Pack.
In addition to competing, the biology department is involved in a variety of other activities. Mr. Krantz, I understand that the Biology Careers Club recently had a tour of the Cooper Medical Center. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, this past week we were invited to the Cooper Medical Center in Camden, and on a tour led by Judy Goldberg, we visited all their laboratory facilities. The students were able to have a hands-on activity with the use of microscopes and the use of their computer analysis machines in doing blood tests and various chemical analysis.
Biology is a science of life, and as we can see, the biology department is a lively science at Cherry Hill High School East. This is Julie Crivy reporting for East Update in the greenhouse at Cherry Hill East.
Last Wednesday, the girls' swim team posted its 7th victory of the season with a 75-49 win over Cherokee. The medley relay team of Debbie Wilkinson, Suzanne Wilkinson, Laura Lynch, and Leslie Pike, and the freestyle relay team of Karen Zabo, Kathy Lynch, Debbie Wilkinson, and Leslie Pike scored enough points to assure the victory. Later in the week, the girls' swim team won again, this time defeating a co-ed Woodbury team by a score of 72-54. Kathy Lynch, Suzanne Wilkinson, Leslie Pike, and Laura Lynch all took first places.
This past Wednesday, the Cougar bowling team was triumphant once again. They defeated Haddonfield, sweeping 15 of 16 games. The girls' varsity was 4-0 and was led by Jeanette Bell with a personal high game of 207 and a series high of 478. The boys' varsity was just as successful, being led by Randy Macon with a 527 series. The boys and girls' junior varsity was also undefeated. Tomorrow, the bowling team is home with Bishop Eustace at Baker Lanes starting at 3:30. This past Saturday, the boys wrestling team lost to top-ranked Paulsboro 34-19. It was a tough loss, but was especially gratifying for Paulsboro because East broke their record-holding winning streak last year. However, Brian Stanley did win, and he remains undefeated. Also winning were Tommy Nugent, Chris Leo, Ed Hendrickson, and Mike Boudreau pinned. Tonight, following news, we will bring you the East-West wrestling match live from West Gymnasium. Also on Saturday, the boys wrestling team will be home against Northern Burlington.
Also, tomorrow, the girls' basketball team will be home against Camden Catholic, and then away against West Saturday morning.
The East boys basketball team won its fourth game of the season last night by downing Pennsauken 61-52. After a close first half, East went into the locker room with a 25-19 lead. The team came out fired up in the third quarter and outscored Pennsauken 21-9. However, the Indians did fight back in the final period, but East held on for a 9-point victory. The Cougars had a very balanced attack, with Frank Williams leading the way, scoring 17 points. Nick Kasikas chipped in with 16 and had 10 rebounds. Lee Shramsky had 14, and Jeff Natale had 12 points. Congratulations to the track team distance medley squad, made up of Jim Williams, Jay Channon, Paul Bergosi, and Bill Stewart. They placed first at Widener College last Friday. Congratulations is also deserving for Tom Myers, who placed third in the pole vault. Thank you for joining us tonight. This has been Matt Salim with Joe Ferrer. Please be sure to join us next week for another East update. Remember, stay tuned now for the East-West Wrestling match live from West. Thank you.
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of What's News at Heritage. I'm Dave Pearson.
And I'm Steve Avitas. We're pleased to be this week's co-anchors. Tonight we'll be meeting with Heritage 8th grade boys basketball team and their assistant coach, Mr. Ritchie.
Mr. Ritchie, approximately how many kids try out for a team, and how do you choose the players that make it?
Well, we had about 30 kids try out for the basketball team this year, and we usually look at their basketball skills, their dribbling, shooting ability, how well they're able to jump. We also look at aggressiveness and how well they're able to be coached.
When did the season start, and how's the team made out so far this year?
Our season started right after the Christmas holidays, in the first week in January, and our record to this date is 4 wins and 2 losses. The 2 losses that we had, one of them was a 2-point loss in overtime to Haddonfield, and the other was just recently to an excellent team from Camden, Morgan Village Middle School.
Mr. Ritchie, could you tell us a little bit about the 7th grade team?
Our 7th grade team this year, so far they've played 5 games and they've won all 5, and we're very pleased to see how well they've been coming along. They're very coachable, and we expect a lot of good things from them this year, the rest of this year, and also next year.
What was the best team you ever coached, and who was the best player you ever had during your coaching years at Heritage?
Well, it's very difficult to say who the best team or the best ball player was. We've had a lot of good teams here and a lot of good ball players. I probably could mention a couple of teams that were very good. About 6-7 years ago, we had a team here that won all of their games except for one. We lost by 1 point in overtime. A couple of good ball players on that team were Leon Rose, Mike Myers, and Vince McEnany, all 3 of which went on to college and played ball in college. Within the past couple of years, we had a couple of real good teams, and just recently, last year, we had an excellent team, and 3 of the fine ball players on that team are playing over at East as freshmen now: Frank Williams, Nick Katsikas, and Tom Katsikas. A couple of years prior to that, we had a very good ball player named Tommy Eastep.
Would you ever want to coach on a high school or college level?
Well, coaching on a high school and college level, very, very time-consuming. My schedule, as it is now, keeps me pretty tight, and I've always been very pleased coaching here at Heritage. We have a tremendous administration. Mr. Rosa really does a bang-up job in helping us get things together and helping us plan games with teams from out of the area, and he gives us a lot of leeway, and we're very pleased to work here, Mr. Wilkins and I. By the way, Mr. Wilkins, our varsity coach, head coach, has been ill for the past couple of days, and that's why he isn't here. But I'd like to say at this time that it's been my pleasure to work with Bob Wilkins over the past 10 years. Bob is a very good basketball man. He got his teaching in basketball from Pete Monska. He played under Pete Monska at Morristown High School back in the 50s and 60s, and you can't play for Pete Monska without coming away knowing a lot about basketball.
Before we leave, we'd like to introduce you to Heritage's 8th grade varsity basketball team. First, we have our co-captains, Dave Pischke,
David's been with us for 2 years, and he's our floor general. He keeps everything under control. He's an excellent ball handler and a very good foul shooter.
And Ed Welch.
Eddie is our other captain, and he's a real general on the floor. He helps to direct the defense and keeps everybody moving, and he's real good on the boards.
And now the rest of the squad. Mike Menninger.
Mike drives excellently to the basket, and he's a good ball handler and a very good shooter from the outside.
Rich Stevenaro.
Richard's been with us this year. It's his first year with us, and he's really controlling the boards for us when he gets into the ball game. He's real strong on the boards.
Rich Gladstone.
Richard Gladstone is excellent offensively. He goes to the board well, and he's our best foul shooter.
Cliff Foley.
Cliff's one of our better all-around players. Good ball handler, good shooter, drives well to the basket, good on defense.
Eric Rabil.
This is Eric's first year with us, and he's come a long way. He has a lot to learn, but he's excellent in being able to be coached. He's very coachable.
David Hogel.
David's probably our best shooter from the outside. He's a zone buster, and he comes in off the bench, and he's excellent at getting instant offense for us.
Mike Marone.
Mike's a good hustler, and I'd like to say that he's one of our better academic students. Mike just received a scholarship from St. Joe's Prep, which he's going to next year.
Larry Rutan.
Larry is very good on the boards when he comes in and helps us to get a few rebounds when we need it.
John Lanza.
John has been with us for 2 years, good ball handler and good shooter from the outside. He's a brother of Philip Lanza, who played very well for us a few years ago.
Kenny Barraway.
Kenny's one of our most aggressive ball players. When Kenny gets into the games, usually on the floor, diving for balls, sometimes Kenny's on the floor more than the dust that's on the floor.
And now our co-host, Dave Pearson.
Dave is one of my favorite players because he's probably our best defensive player, and it's part of the game that I always like to play.
And that's it for tonight from Dave Pearson
and Steve Bavitas. Thanks for watching What's News at Heritage.
Good evening. This is Michael Harrison, your anchorman, welcoming you to Brainerd News. Tonight's show is going to be slightly shortened because of a special event of Cherry Hill East versus Cherry Hill West in wrestling, which will be aired live tonight at 7:30. We will have our usual sports update plus a special interview. And now, with the boys' sports once again, here is Andrea Kilpatrick.
Brainerd's wrestling team lost a hard-fought match to Heritage by the score of 43-33. The difference in the match proved to be the forfeits Brainerd gave in the 170 and heavyweight classes. Brainerd took an early lead, and the lead flip-flopped throughout the match. Members scoring with pins were John Wood, Scott Jones, Jim Martino, and Brian McHenry. Last Thursday, Brainerd won a home game against Collingswood. Brainerd members put up a good fight and scored by an overwhelming victory. A good job was done by all. And now with the basketball sports, Amy Miller.
Last Wednesday, the 8th grade girls basketball team regained its confidence by defeating its opponent, Oakland, 28-10. Brainerd's high scoring was done by Nicole Sheps with 12 points. All the girls played a fine game, and here at Brainerd, we hope the rest of the season will go as smoothly as last Wednesday's game. No one can have everything they want. On Monday, the 8th grade girls were defeated by a tough Heritage team, 26-16. High scoring was done by Sharon Slim with 7 points. Brainerd's 7th grade girls team played a good game also, but were overtaken by Heritage, 20-15. High scorers were Sandy Duda and Beth Goldman, each with 7 points. We hope the girls won't lose their confidence and that they'll come back with high spirits in their next game. Now back to you, Mike.
Thank you, ladies, for doing a fine job keeping us informed of Brainerd's sporting events this week. In the third week of March, a long-standing tradition will again take place here at Brainerd. This tradition is known as Spirit Week. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce Mr. Golden, the Student Activities Coordinator, who's going to head up Spirit Week this year. Mr. Golden, what is Spirit Week? I mean, how does it all come about?
Well, Spirit Week is a competition between the 7th and the 8th grade at our school. And the activities range from academic activities to athletic activities. And students will get points for their team, which will be a grade level for coming in first, second, and third in these various activities.
How do you organize all these activities throughout the week that involve the whole school?
We have a steering committee basically made up of teachers. And one of the first things that we did this year is we evaluated last year's program. What we do is the things that went very well we will keep, and the things that did not go as well as we had thought, we will get rid of those and bring in some new activities to take their place. For example, one of the new activities that we have this year will be a computer problem game, which will involve Mr. Woods. As you know, the computer was Times Man of the Year, and we thought it appropriate to include some activities revolving around the computer.
Since you brought up the activities, what are some of the other activities in Spirit Week?
Well, we have a dress-up day each day. For example, we have a sweatsuit day, and we have a color day. And we have, in addition to that, the other academic activities. We have a spelling bee, we have a library research, and we have various college bowls. As far as the athletic activities, one Thursday, the Thursday of Spirit Week, we will take the entire school down to the gym, and we have a number of athletic activities where the 7th grade will compete against the 8th grade in things such as volleyball, tug of war, and probably the whole activity in Spirit Week that most of the students will remember will be the beat the clock obstacle relay race, which is the culminating activity in that particular assembly.
What are the different dress-up days for the week?
Well, as I said before, we're going to start with sweatsuit day, and then we're going to come in with, Thursday's activity will be the color day, and then Friday we're going to try something that we haven't done before. We're going to try a clothes clash day. We're going to ask students to wear clothes that are loud and clash. For example, stripes with maybe a polka dot tie, something that most teachers or most students wouldn't wear all the time. So that's something that's brand new and something that we're going to try that we've never done before.
Well, I'd like to thank you for taking out your time to come down here for this interview.
Mike, it was my pleasure.
Okay. Well, that about wraps it up for tonight's show, and I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in to us here at Brainerd, and hope to see you again next week. Good night, and thank you.